Philadelphia Eagles going over there to Minnesota, all right, taking on the Vikings. And the Vikings currently, as it stands, are the Eagles are 2.5-point favorites in this football game on the road. Big guy, just your thoughts. Like, Eagles, we were there in person. We saw the Eagles against the Giants. What do they have to do to get back on the horse? And that's a tall task, especially knowing that they got Brian Flores and that defense coming in.
Well, I would say this first and foremost. Here you are, the Philadelphia offense. It struggled against the New York Giants. And then I look at the Minnesota Vikings. And I'm telling you, it's like sitting there. What's it like? You're just waiting on the Eagle offense. They're just waiting. When's it going to happen? And what I'm saying is, when's Brian Flores going to start throwing crap at you that you weren't ready for?
Right.
And he is, I don't know. Maybe I'm giving it too much credit, but it's like he holds off until it gets later in the game when they really need to play. He's not looking for something to get them going early. They're just playing a lot of their base stuff, and there's some blitzes sprinkled in there. But the good stuff, which I said last year, he's running blitzes on the defensive side that I had never seen in my life in pro football.
Right.
I can't even explain it. It was like two linebackers out there that what they were doing, one was picking for one, and what I go, God, how come everybody doesn't do this? Well, I know I'm not doing a great job with it because
I know what you mean.
It's been a year ago, so I forget a lot of things.
No, I get exactly what you're talking about.
Minnesota, and their defense is going to have to be the big part of why they're going to win this game.
Right.
Because their offensive line is beat to hell.
Yep.
And, so that's going to – in Philadelphia, no matter what we say, they still have a lot of good players on the defensive side.
Yeah. Now, and also, too, like J.J. McCarthy is kind of getting back or closer to getting back to health. I don't think he's going to be expected to play this weekend, but they're hopeful that he's, trending in the right direction for at least the next week or two. But you've been impressed with Carson Wentz. You like what you've seen so far from him. And, what do you think? Like, should the Vikings kind of ride this out with Carson Wentz a little bit longer? Or is it like, hey, when JJ's healthy, make him the guy again?
If he continues to be the guy that I've seen in these games that he's played as a starter, if he continues that type of play, I would keep him in there.
Okay.
What I see, I think he's making good decisions overall. He's not afraid to take some chances, which when I say take chances, it's like 55-45, and he does it. He doesn't have to have it to be perfect.
Right.
Not to throw it. His mobility has been pretty good. He's tough as hell. I can see he's, I said this to you last week. It looks like he's enjoying football like more than ever before.
Yeah. It's amazing how these offensive coaches just have this revitalization ability, right? To help these guys out who have been just tossed around the league. You stink, this and that. And these guys get their hands on them, and all of a sudden, like, oh, they're actually pretty good at what they do.
Well, let's see. Carson Wentz. He's big. He's got a solid, good arm. Not great, but good. He moves around okay. And, he's just a big damn dude.
Right.
And so he can take a little punishment if you dish it to him. So that's just some of my first thoughts. In Philadelphia, I don't know. The defense, that's been a little, it's been disappointing. I don't know what the numbers are. I don't care. It's just last year that their defensive front could destroy the game right away. And I haven't seen that. The running game, the offensive line, the running game, Saquon to me does not look like the same guy that I saw last year. Mm. I know he needs more carries, but I don't care. I'm just watching it, and my eye tells me it's not the same.
Right. Like he doesn't seem to have quite the same burst or twitch that he had a year ago. And maybe that's because, he did rush for 2,000 yards. Right. And it's hard to just come back and just be that dude all over again after a long season. The season might have wore him out more than anybody. I'm going to take the Vikings in this one. I'm not I'm not excited about it just because I'm still a little concerned. Like, can they run the football? How effective will Jordan Mason be and all that kind of stuff? But I think I'm going to more err on the side of I expect Brian Flores to at least throw a few wrinkles at them. And like you mentioned, the Giants were able to rush the football really well against the Philadelphia Eagles in critical moments where it was like obvious rushing situations.
Yeah.
And they won those battles. I kind of think that O'Connell will be able to script up a few decent runs, right, in critical situations to help out his quarterback. The other part of it too is, yeah, I just think Brian Flores will do a good enough job of mixing his looks up and making it difficult for them to move the football consistently through the air. Yeah,
well, no, I'm just saying, Matt, if Philadelphia's offense and comes out and starts having success early, now that'll change Brian Flores too. He'll say,
right,
hell with saving it. We got to do it now.
right.
And, so man, I like that. I like the coaching staff for the Minnesota Vikings. I didn't mean to cut you off, but
No, it's fair.
I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings in this one.
Wow.
Crowd noise, week off. I mean, there's a lot of things there that make me really like the Vikings. And I think Carson Wentz, he's going to play free. He knows that if it doesn't go well, he might not get this opportunity as long as he wants it. So I think that'll be an added thing to him. But
Right.
he plays with great energy. And, I got to admit, it's been fun to watch somebody who was, I figured he was out of the damn league for a while. And then when I saw him play for Kansas City last year, I go, God, I don't know, it looks bad to me. I didn't like the way it looked. But they weren't setting it up for him to play well. It's just like, get us the rest of the game because Patrick needs a rest.
Right.
That's what it was.
We don't want you to play well, man.
Well, yeah, we ain't got time to train two guys. We got one's pretty good. But, yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see. I can't wait myself to just sit down and watch this game from start to finish. And I think it's going to be what we expect. It's going to be rough as hell.
It is. And we're boring as hell right now because we got the same picks all damn weekend so far. But let's finish this up. Sims Complete brought to you by FanDuel on the Believe Network. We're going to round this up